we are live at present, and behind me, in front of me, let's let you see, just behind me now is Schiehallion. You can look it up, you can see how it's spelled in the description or in the title. It's taken us 2 hours and a bit to walk up to here. I think we're up about 600 metres or thereabouts. We want to get to the high point because we can't walk the full thing. We've got a car down the bottom and it's a kind of A to B walk. Brilliant, isn't it? Got a live, got a signal of some sort. Look at that boulder. Let's turn this round. Nobody looking in so far, but so that's Schiehallion.
Basically, it's a case of going down, crossing the river and going that way. But it's, you can see why it asks you to go that way a bit first.
So it's gone up that bit
No,
first,
it's going down.
straight
There's
down
a
there.
path down there. You're going that way a bit first because this looks like a bit of a canyon at this part here.
Right, okay.
So I think you've got to go along a wee bit to get a crossing point. Once you get a crossing point, you go back, you head back that way.
We're heading, we haven't
That's
actually.
where you're heading. Right,
Are we?
that way,
Doing
yeah.
that one?
Yeah. To the bottom of it, because that's how they go up.
Yeah.
Right, you're going to head in that direction there.
So we can end up by those trees or further round?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'll look over here. We're just looking at this as a recce walk for what I'll be leading in a few weeks' time. Just checking out. Sorry? Want to get down? Okay. So I'll be coming down here. Following my map. Okay. And then I'll be going down this way. I won't see much now. But yeah, and then we'll be heading back down towards those trees in the distance. I'll do a little video on this and I'll put the maps in. I've recorded bits of this as I've gone up on a video camera anyway. So if you want to see more of this, then have a look at my channel where this little trip will be shown. It's a great place for nature. We saw deer as we came up, green beetles, I think mossy saxifrage, all sorts of things up here. It's I believe it's a nature conservation area as well. It's brilliant. And people come up here, mainly I suppose, to do that beast up there. That's Schiehallion. You can Google Schiehallion. I wonder if that's snow. I can see a little white patches on it. I wonder, let's see if I can zoom in and see if it's snow. You might see better than me because it's very bright here and I'm finding it difficult to see too much detail. Up there a bit. Any snow? Is that snow up there? Yeah, so I'm not sure how good the signal is, so if you're looking in, please say hello, say where you're looking in from, it's always nice to know. Great. Brilliant. Yeah. Yep, head back.
If you do manage to do a recce for the other end, it's a case of just finding where you can cross, because you'll be able to see that this path can all the way along.
Right, okay.
So it's finding the crossing point, really.
Yeah. Aye, good. After that it'd be. Yeah, P-tags will be fun. Vlogs. Aussie Rick. Aye. Right, thank you very much for looking at Australia. We've got a few people looking in this time, that makes a change. Yeah, we're going back down from Schiehallion, so that's Rick, Aussie Rick. Ah, right, thank you. We should sometimes do is take my necky, which I've got in my head at present, take my necky off and put it over. It's very windy. It's one of the blessings and the curse of this new iPhone, is that the microphone is cracking. It's great. It picks up every gulp. It makes me sound as if I'm always out of breath because it gets every puff. Let's try and put that over the end. I'm just putting my necky over the end, and you can tell me any improvement. It's probably going to muffle everything a lot, but if it takes away the wind, that will be a great thing. Charlie Cool Water, yay! Thanks very much. It's great to have people looking in. Let's see if you can give a... Oh, I've got thumbs up already, that's great. Thank you very much for the thumbs up from folk. And if you like odd things like that, have a look at my channel. I've got a playlist of live streams, and quite often they're from places like this, up a hill. If I've got a signal that's reasonable. If it's not a reasonable signal, I don't usually persevere with it for long. And you might subscribe to my channel. I could do with one more subscriber to bring me up. No, tell I, 2 more subscribers to bring me up to a round number. I think I'm 1248. Yeah, 1248, so a little bit more. 2 more would be nice. So I was saying to folk, we're doing this as a recce walk. This is where we check a walk out beforehand to make sure it's doable, and there's nothing that's going to surprise us on the walk which people wouldn't be able to deal with, like wide deep fords or extremely narrow paths that would scare people. So we'll try it out. We'll go and we walk first, we make notes, write up notes, and I'm going to start, I think, making video notes. I've got one that's being edited already for a previous walk. And I'll do a note for this one as well. So I take plenty of pictures as I go along. Little bits of video to remind me. And I'm of a mind just to share the video. I feel the uncut and rough version of the walk. Most of my videos I spend a huge amount of time editing, selecting nice music, appropriate music and so on. Thanks very much. How are you doing? Let's see, where are we? Yeah, thanks very much. Check it out for me. And Esther Mallow. Hi. Thank you, Esther. Apologies if other people come on and I don't manage to reply, but it's quite difficult when you're walking and videoing with the camera at the same time. How's the sound now? Is there less wind noise now that I have the necky draped over the bottom? And is the signal actually reasonable, not too pixelated? So that's a bothy. I'll be showing you the bothy in the video that I'll produce from this. That there, if you don't know what a bothy is, that little hut there is a hut in the kind of thing you find in the mountains in Scotland, maintained by the Mountain Bothies Association and by volunteers, and they're free to use, unlocked. You just go in. There's a place normally to lie down. It might just be the floor, as in this case it's just the floor, but sometimes I have a little bunk area of wood where you can put your sleeping bag down, and a fire to light, but you have to bring your own wood, because look, there's nothing around here to put on a fire. But if it's pouring down rain, or the midges are eating you to death, or it's snowy, or you're lost and you won't make it back down to civilization in time, then you'll be blooming glad of having that little hut. There's a notice inside, which you'll see in the video, about it having been abused by people, so that's disgraceful, shameful, a real shame. Real hikers, real climbers wouldn't do that. But if you have some people coming up, they don't value anything much, and they have a few drinks and then they start destroying it. The furniture inside is very basic, huge chunks of wood hammered together to make seats and table. And I suspect the idea is that it will prevent anybody taking the furniture to pieces and burning it in the stove. That's my guess. But yeah, mountain bothies, great things. I've never slept in one. I've only had lunch in one or two. There's one of my videos, if you do follow, you want to look at my channel, I've got one video on, what's it called? The Green Lochen. So if you do a little search in my mountain hikes section, there's one to do with the green bothy, and it shows you the Green Lochen, and it shows you a bothy. Jeez, I can't think and look at the pavement at the same time. So it's a narrow bit of path, so I'm just picking my way carefully. Let's try the other side. That's good, thanks Rick. So there's our mountain bothy. It looks like it would be snug. It's got a nice big fireplace. But as I said, you need to bring your fuel with you. You need to bring logs or kindling, because there's nothing there. So we're not going back in. We had our lunch sitting in there just because it was a seat. It's actually okay outside today. But you'll see where we are. The map, the thumbnail for this is the map of more or less where I'm standing just now. Beside the bothy. Wind's kicking up, sorry about that. Don't know where we're getting the signal from for this, because it's pretty much surrounded by mountains apart from down there, so maybe there's a telephone mast or something down that way. If the signal drops, then thank you very much for looking in, and I'll be ending up the broadcast. That's Donnie walking ahead. Donnie and I do these recce's. There used to be a bundle of us did them, 5 or 6 of us, using 2 cars, and that was always a bit of fun. It made it possible to do these kind of recce's in one go. You could leave a car at the other end ready to get back to the starting point. Now we're reduced to just the 2 of us. So we do the initial recce's, and then usually people who are down on the list in the club for leading the walk will go and recce. Oh, at least, hello, that's something interesting. Deer prints. We saw a deer on the way up, which ran pretty fast, it didn't hang around. Also saw a red-tailed kite as we drove up. So there are bits of wildlife here, and the plants here, if you're into botany, the plants are great. I've spent probably too much time taking photographs which I hope to enter into the Wikipedia competition. Don't know if you know about it, but Wikipedia, it thrives on having lots of photographs of places when people are looking things up. So you can give photographs to Wikipedia. They're encouraging it by offering a little prize for the best nature shot. I think it's meant to be from a reserve area, protected area, and I think this is included in that because it's Schiehallion. I think Schiehallion is a registered nature reserve of some kind. So I've taken lots of photographs of lichens and flowering plants, including some insectivorous ones. Lots and lots of Drosera, which are otherwise known as sundew, loads of those, the ones with little hairs on their leaves. And what's the other ones? That one there, in fact. That one there, I don't know if anybody knows it. I'll zoom in a bit. Anybody know that one? If not, I'll tell you, it's a butterwort. Insectivorous. Insects get stuck on its leaves, and over a few hours the leaves roll over and digest the insects. So things like that I love on a walk. Also marvellous gaudy coloured green beetle, which I managed to get on my hand. I wanted to do some still shots of it because I think that's all I can enter for the competition. I don't think they take video, but it was difficult handling the camera and changing to still. By the time I'd managed to take an actual photograph, the thing had flown off my hand. C'est la vie, as they say. But I could spend literally all day here just taking photographs of things. Just heard a grouse up there somewhere. Lucky so far, the rain has stayed pretty much off. We haven't had to put on a waterproof all day, although we always pack them with us just in case. It is Scotland after all. I decided it wasn't going to be sunny enough to need a sun hat, so I had to put my necky on my head. And now I've taken it off my head to cover the microphone of this phone. So if I get sunburn on my forehead or my head, it's your fault. I'm going to blame you. Sheep. We got some sheep. Maybe zoom in on the sheep if they hang around. There's a little lamb. The mother's going to take it away. Let's zoom in before they go. There you go, Mom. There's a baby. There's the baby. On you go to your mum. There it goes. Well, it's quite I find it quite a hard hike so far. Going up. It was all right from the word go. But we reached the highest point there, which you saw maybe, or if you haven't seen it, if you have this video, this live, when it's finished. I started it at the highest point on the walk by a massive boulder and looking over towards the mighty Schiehallion mountain. Try to think what what else we've seen on the way up. We've seen great waterfalls, I've videoed them. And something we've seen that's brand new to us, I'd never seen them before. Specialised little shovels to help clear the cross drainage on some of these farmers' roads. Some of them have got little metal troughs going across the road to help drainage so that the road doesn't turn into a stream. And farmers have devised specialised shovels, little rectangular things with a long handle that's normally like a spade, just the right width to fit into these metal slots across the road. And the one notice encourages you to actually help, more or less to don't steal the shovels, but please help by clearing a bit of the drainage as you go past. We haven't done that yet. Maybe on the way down we'll feel a bit generous and clear a slot for the sake of it. But yeah, I'd never seen that before. There were several of them on the way up the path. So if you're a hiker, you can tell me, have you ever come across that? Specialised shovels to clear matter out of the cross drains on farm tracks or tracks. So of course I had to video that, take photographs of that too. Oh, it's magic. Three thumbs up, 3 likes so far. Thank you very much. You're very generous. I was saying to folk earlier, it'd be nice if I got another 2 subscribers to help me get up to the 50 mark. 1248 was my last count. Another 2 would be nice. And if you do like live streams, then have a look at my playlist of live streams. Sometimes from town, as in Sunday there. Sunday I was in Glasgow live streaming a lot of street art. I was live streaming with 2 other YouTubers. Britain on a budget, which is Rachel, and Scott's Land channel. Scott's Land is Scott, who's another keen YouTuber, and we did a little collab. We had a meet up in Glasgow and we wandered around looking for anything interesting, and there was lots, so we had a great time, finishing off with a drink or so in Byres Road. So if you want to see where we went, yeah, have a look at the channel, the live streams playlist, and you'll see the thumbnail is a big bit of street art, basically, big cartoon of some kind. Fabulous stuff. If you like that, share it with people too. And then there's this odd, wait till you see this odd little lock-in. This is our ford, this is on the map. Not much of a ford. Whew. odd little pond, isn't it? We think the river used to come round this way towards me and out there. It doesn't do much of that now. It mainly cuts round the other side and over the way, leaving this kind of pond. I don't know if you remember from your geography at school, things called Oxbow Lakes. Anybody remember Oxbow Lakes? I think that's the making of one. Sorry, untapped she sources. I've just got a handle on the phone. I do have a gimbal. I got a DJI gimbal and I've used it about twice. I find it was difficult to use because if I'm live streaming, all the facilities that the gimbal has, I'm not there. You're kind of limited. It's got all the things. If I just wanted to go along filming on my phone, it uses a Mimo app and has a lot of capabilities, but I just generally find it awkward. I maybe persevere with it sometime. It's maybe a case of getting used to it. But yeah, basically it's not compatible. The Mimo app isn't compatible with live streaming. So apologies for making you dizzy. I just try to walk as steadily as I can, but it all depends on the path you're on. Thanks for commenting. It's great to know how things are going, because otherwise how would I know? I don't know if you can hear the sheep, they're banging away behind me. I'll tell you something, it's a lot quicker going back down than it is coming up. Hi Tamsin, how are you doing? Thank you. Schiehallion. So your parents' house was named Schiehallion. Oops, my neck is falling off the mic. Let's put it back on. It's lovely up here, and on the way up, as you'll see if you look at the video later when I finally make it, the views up here just look fabulous, you know. Not this particular bit further down, it's just the way the topography of the land is. It's a gorgeous little bit of walking up. The kind of track you look forward to walking into or walking along. Which is not always the case. There are some tracks you look at and you think, God, I've got to walk along that. It goes forever. So thanks again everybody for all those thumbs up. Much appreciated. Please have a look. You may like my other stuff. I have a playlist full of live streams. And a playlist which is called something like Scotland's Marvellous Mountains or something like that. There's something for everybody on my channel. That's my story and I'm sticking to it. How are you doing? As Chair was anybody I should be saying hello to here. Aye, good, good. Ah, Schiehallion, good name. I never think it sounds Scottish for some reason. Schiehallion, it sounds fabulous. Yeah, I was speaking to somebody on a YouTuber friend on Sunday, Britain on a Budget. You can look up her channel, Britain on a Budget. And Rachel was saying that she, like me, enjoys the editing side of things. Some people don't. I know that Scott's Land, it's the Caribbean of his life, he's not fond of the editing. I like nothing better than having all that stuff to put together, take bits out. It takes a long time, mind you, but I enjoy doing it. Finding good music to go along with it. And editing, cutting to the beat of the music, that kind of thing. Finding appropriate music, which people will enjoy. I do it partly for my hiking club. East Kilbride Hiking Club, and when we've done a good hike, usually I've got plenty of pictures and videos, put it together to make it sound great. I've recently started using Epidemic Sound. We're still there, we still got a signal. Yeah, still got a signal. I've recently started using music from Epidemic Sound. I think I pay about £90 a year or something like that for it. But I reckon it's good value. The range of music, you've got vocals, you've got just the orchestral versions of the songs as well. Sounds of various kinds. Classical music, folk, you can put in what you want. Dreamy, exciting, horror, whatever, and it will give you the appropriate kind of selection of music. I use it on your YouTubes, and even if you stop subscribing to them, the tracks are still valid. You can still have them there. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. I just like looking through the music, even listening to that and finding good stuff. I only use iMovie on my MacBook, nothing fancier. Quite often I'll have drone shots in as well. I have a little DJI Mini 3 Pro, and I'll do some video shots if I can. It's not always possible. I didn't bring it today. I had it all charged up, ready to bring, and the weather didn't sound like it was going to be too good for it. I thought the wind would be too much, and it possibly would be a little bit gusty. Perhaps on the day when I lead the walk, which is in about 4 weeks, 5 weeks time, something like that. If it's a good day and I'm not too tired, I'll fly the drone. It would be good to have views of Schiehallion from that high point by the mountain bothy hut. Just had a pop up there from Britain on a Budget, telling us she's in Inverness. So if you want to see bits of Inverness from a Floridian's viewpoint, a little bit steeper coming down here, so I'm afraid it's getting a little bit bumpier. And a steer with the wind. You want to see the waterfall? I'll show you the waterfall. If I don't fall over the side here. There you go, how's that? Sorry about the wind noise, it's getting windier. It's not cracking. See if I can get back to proper view again. We're back, okay. So we were on our way back from a 2-mile hike, which took us up to a mountain bothy hut called Schiehallion, which is Phreigin, I think. You'll see it on the map, which is the thumbnail for this video, for this live stream. I'm trying to get to the highest point on a hike which will be done in a few weeks' time by me and a couple of dozen other hikers together possibly. So we're just checking it out. We're doing a recce walk to check how doable the walk is, and it's very doable. Quite steep, but we have done the steepest part of it today. And if you look at this, you'll see the highest part at the start of this live stream. So I'll click it to make it public later if it's not public already. So once I get down to the car again, I'll click a button. So we've tried it, we've found it's very doable. The track is okay. There's lots of nature interest if you're into that kind of thing. Lots of plants to see. It's a conservation area. I think Schiehallion is a national park or something. Do look it up, do a Google, have a look at it. I will need to try using my gimbal on this. I have got one, DJI gimbal. It doesn't have full functionality for live streams. And I've tried using it and I wasn't exactly happy with it, but it'll be a case of persevering until I get the knack of using it properly. Down ahead there. He and I do these recce walks together to check them out before the clubs do them. Well, I'm talking about Donnie, you can't see him of course because you're looking at me. Let's turn this round, where am I? Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much, folks. Sorry. I must have switched it off when I was getting rid of my voicemail message. And here we are. This is a point where I have to remember I've got to do a left fork on the way up and not take that very tempting right fork. Yeah, sorry about the no sound section. Whew, well, look at that view now, opening up. No idea which mountain that is. I think there's at least two mountains. It's getting fairly quiet down here. There's not so much wind. I'm thinking about taking the muffler off. Let's give it a try. I'm going to take this necky off. Maybe it's premature. I can feel a breeze on me. Okay, I'm taking the muffler off. Muffler gone. Tell me how much worse. Yay, trekking with Terry. That'd be another good title for the channel. Oh, it's bumpy. Difficult to know the best place to walk on this kind of track. Bouldery part here, or the grassy part there. And this is a bit... You'd think the grassy part would be better, but it's actually bumpy. Oop, back onto the rocky bits. Oop. Hearing water running again. There must be a big burn or stream over this side. Got windy again. I think it's time for the necky to go back on the phone. I can't see what people are saying. Oh, that's nice. How's about that for a shot, huh? That beautiful. Nice, isn't it? I wonder if I could do a quick screenshot of that. There we go, screenshot done. Ah, better. Not so windy here. I've got wise to doing screenshots when I'm doing a live stream, because I realised, trial and error I suppose, I realised that I get everything that's on the screen, which is fair enough because it's a screenshot. So along with my sheep and things, I would have all your comments down below and all the little icons for turning it around and so on the side. So I have to make sure if I'm doing a screenshot that the important bit is somewhere in the middle that I can crop carefully and leave myself with the thing I want. hear the birds now. You can possibly hear the birds now that the muffler is off. Yeah, I'll maybe put the muffler back on this phone again. Getting a bit gusty. Don't want to deafen you with wind noise. How's that? Should be better. And then we get to this big stand of trees, and we're under tree canopy for quite a while, I think. But it's very nice. If it's a sunny day when we're doing this walk, it would be great being under there, having the shelter from the sun. Pardon me, shelter from the sun. The little bothy or mountain hut you saw earlier is where we had our lunch. I mean, it's warm enough to eat outside, no problem, and it was dry enough. But it was nice to be able to actually sit down, put our flask and our sandwiches on a table, and we left the place perfectly clean, not a crumb. We did have a couple of snowballs to eat, one each. I don't know if you know about snowballs, but they're a popular British cake. Couple of hemispheres of sponge with jam or creamy stuff in the middle between them, and covered in icing, rolled in desiccated coconut. So it's a recipe for a real mess. So we didn't want to leave the hut full of desiccated coconut to attract the mice, or for us to sweep up in amongst all the stones, like stones on the ground. So we took our dessert outside to eat. So if you'd like to see the bothy, it's not on a live stream, but it is on my video camera, so I'll be putting it online at some point. So if you want to see a mountain bothy, I'll walk in and I'll look around it. Oh, can you hear the noise of the river? Who would dare cross the original bridge? There it is. I don't think I would. Fabulous, isn't it? Just think, all of these boulders, we reckon, are ones like these under the ground all over the place, just washed out by the river over a few thousand years. Boulders that maybe originally were deposited here by the glaciers. I'm trying to remember when the glaciation period ended. I don't know, was it 15,000 years ago, something like that? I think the glaciers retreated about 15,000 years. I'm sure somebody can find out for us. Just need to ask Siri. Brilliant. Yeah, if you're looking in, you can maybe give me a click to encourage me in these ventures. Click me a like, would be lovely, thank you. Oh, it's the warmth. You feel the warmth and that sun comes out. More sheep, more sheep. Anyone want to see sheep? More sheep. Okay. There you go. They're not going to hang around for us. Yeah. I'm feeling a bit sheepish. Da da dee 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 dee. Do do do. Yep. Still no necky on my head to keep me from getting sunburnt. Just to save you from getting wind noise. Let's turn it round again. Oops. One thing that's guaranteed to lose my viewers is to put myself on camera. Oh no, we've got to go up that. I don't remember coming down that, but I must have done. You don't remember the downs so much as the ups. The ups are highly memorable. And a cool little bridge down here. What did worry us a bit for the walk was the possibility of having to ford rivers, because there are a number of water crossings, but there's only one or two easy little fords to cross, and the rest nicely bridged. So well done, farmers. That's different. A nice little meeting of the waters. Lovely. There we are. And a concrete one. Whoa. Bit busier up here. You're hungry looking at the sheep. You're thinking mint sauce. Well, when we get down, we still have an item of lunch to eat. We have some Bakewell tarts, unopened box of Bakewell tarts, which I love. And I have one pork pie, which Donnie kindly gave me. He had two. We usually come with for more food than we can actually eat, to be honest. Every time I bring a bag of pork pies, he brings a bag of different kinds of pork pies. Usually we end up bringing cakes of some kind each, and we have to eat some back at the car when we get down, and maybe eat the rest when we get home. I haven't really drunk enough today. I finished my flask, I think, but it's a small flask. So I had a coffee, and I've got water in a bottle as well. Never leave yourself short of fluid on a walk, but I haven't really drunk enough of it. I should. Whew, thanks, Donny. Well, that's great, a good signal all the way down.
Here, right. Yeah, I'm impressed by that. Take a turn and think. Turn and think. Surely still not going to see the top. Amazing.
It is amazing. So I don't know, there must be something up there.
Yeah. Still got it, or have you lost it?
I've still got it.
There we go. Right.
Appears to be good. The only issue people were talking about was the wind noise.
Yeah.
I didn't put the phantom microphone on with the muffler, so I've been using my necky to drown the wind. One lady was getting dizzy because of the lack of gimbal, I think.
Right. Bouncing around.
Yep. So I've been showing people the various things that we saw on the way up. I remembered, very lucky, I remembered where those lichens were on the boulder.
All right. They were worth watching.
They were. What were those? I hope we see some more deer. I saw one on the way up and it ran away pretty fast in case we were going to shoot it, I suppose. I just saw its white bum disappearing. And I spotted a red-tailed kite, you know, the bird of prey with the V-shaped tail. Saw one of those from the car as we drove up here. Haven't seen a single buzzard today, come to think of it. Quite often you'll see them wheeling around. You'll hear them first, usually, before you see them. But nope. Skylarks, I think, yeah. I think that's Garth Cottage over there. If you look at the thumbnail for this video, you'll see a map. You'll see the name of the bothy on it, the mountain hut on it. And I'm fairly sure, if you really wanted to know exactly where we were, before I make the proper video, where I'll show you that, you could Google, you could ask Siri for it, and that will show you where we are. We're near a place called Aberfeldy, Aberfeldy, and near the mountain called Schiehallion, which I think is in the title of this live stream. So if you look up either of those things, you'll very soon find out exactly where we are. And a good number of likes today. What's a bird in there? Don't know which kind it is. Yeah, a good number of likes, which is quite nice to get. Thank you very much. Doobie-doo. What really helps my channel grow, of course, is getting subscribers. Always good. I mentioned earlier I was only 2 subscribers short of rounding up to 1250. I had 1248. So I don't know if I've managed to get another 2 to round it up. I'll have a look once I get down to the car. Look at that view, isn't that fantastic? See if I can spot any of the messages. Over the bridge. Enjoy the journey. Thank you very much, Rick. Aussie Rick. Thanks for staying so long on the live stream. Much appreciated. So here we come to the overshadowed part of the walk. Been out in full sun for quite a while, and now we're going to get some leaf coverage. Hello, man with dog. Man with dog, here he comes. Oh, let's get a wee close up of that dog before the man comes closer. Happy dog. Hey. Hi. Hi. Hi, you got a ball. Have you got a ball? Have you? Yay. Aye. You've been in the water, you're soaking.
I think the bothy was 500-600 metres something.
Yeah.
Aye. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
About
a
that.
steady, constant.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a constant slope.
Yeah.
So it's not too bad.
Yeah.
Is that where you're heading?
We're just going
A wee walk with the
a
dog?
wee bit further.
Right.
She's had a good swim somewhere anyway, she in
Oh,
here.
yes, yeah. He's got his swimming pools in the burn.
Oh, right.
Water and snow are the things that he likes.
Oh.
Drinking and eating.
Someone throwing the ball for him.
And
You see the
someone
tail
throwing
going.
the ball. Yeah.
Okay. Right, cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. That's nice. It's not much further down from here, is it?
I think it's here somewhere.
Okay, that's all right.
So we should get down before 3.
We're still to get to the slots across the road for drainage and that's
The what across the road?
the drainage slots.
Yes.
Haven't reached any of those yet.
So.
Not far from the fabulous waterfall, but anyway, I can show people that.
Waterfall? Which waterfall?
Remember the big ones down at the side?
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
Not the really big one, which was
Oh, the big one. I showed
Oh,
people that one.
right, okay.
So the wee photo. I was saying to folk that I said, "What do you think of that for a shot?" And Rick, that was he, was saying, "Yeah, great shot." You know, it's just looking. I zoomed in a little bit,
Uh-huh.
and I've realised that if you do a screenshot while you're doing this kind of thing,
Uh-huh.
you end up with all the menu down the side and the comments all in your photograph.
Oh, right.
So you have to make sure you carefully get it so that the bit you want is out with that area of
I see.
the screen.
Okay.
What's that? Oyster catcher. Oyster catcher. Yep. Aussie Rick says he's enjoying the journey.
Oh, someone's still there.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you can tell he's not far to go now.
Yep. Yeah, the phone is pretty economical. Its battery is good. It's still 35% charged.
Is that right?
It's pretty good considering all the use
And
it's had.
you've just been running it off its own battery.
Yeah. Plus, on the way back, I was doing the navigation thing. It was tracking.
Yes, that's pretty good. Of course, the illusion, it's not an illusion, but when you've got a brand new phone, you've less apps which are sucking away at the battery
Yeah.
now and again.
Yeah.
And the battery's brand new and it does last a lot longer.
Aye.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I started doing that I hadn't really realised I was doing wrong before, Brian was telling me that I should be switching off apps
Yes.
that I'm not using, so they're not running in the background, and he
Oh yeah, definitely.
kind of showed me how he did it. And then I asked him to,
Close them.
yeah,
Yeah, whenever, every now and again I have to pick up Emma's phone and she'll have, the thing she'll have 40, 50 apps all. Yeah.
well, that's the way I must have been in the past. I remember one of our foreign holidays, and I was trying to work out how outdoor active or something worked, so I gave my phone to Christine, and she said, "My God, you never closed down any of your apps." So
Yeah.
she did a whole lot of that for me.
Yeah, so I closed down Eleanor's. Just swipe, 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 get rid of them all.
You can. She got an iPhone as well,
She has, yes.
because you can do them. I
And
think.
she's got a watch she
Oh.
uses all the time now. An iWatch, is that what it's called?
I don't know. Apple Watch, is it?
Apple Watch. Yes, so she likes it.
Or you can close.
Whenever she goes out for anything, she'll switch it on so that it's monitoring how much she does.
Oh, Susan does that with her new watch as well. Yeah.
And
How many
in
steps?
the middle of dinner, it'll go, "You've been sitting for too long." "What? I've just done 3 classes. She thinks it's gone mad because she does all these classes, and then in the evening it'll say, "You've been sitting for too long." "What?"
Well, my phone reminds me it's bedtime.
Is it?
Yeah. If I switch it off, it'll tell me later.
What you should do is wear it and see how you sleep at night.
Wear the phone.
Yeah. The watch,
Right.
phone.
I haven't got the watch.
Oh, you've not?
Susan's got
see,
it.
If you've got a watch and you wear it during the night, it'll tell you all the different, REM and
It may
deep sleep
if my
and tell
heart
you.
stops during the night, it'll tell me you've missed a beat.
But it's quite impressive. I was quite impressed by it. Yeah. Each new model has got advantages. What number's yours?
16 Pro.
16. Oh,
Yeah.
my goodness. Well, it's the one that will be able to connect to the satellites and stuff.
It does. In fact, when we go back to the car, I'll show you the demo on it. It's a wee demo mode you can go through to let you see what to expect.
You don't pay any more for it.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I thought that's what was happening there.
Getting a bit noisy here.
So have you tried it?
Well, I haven't had the need to
Oh,
seek
is it only
assistance.
emergencies?
Yeah.
Well, I'll trip you up when we get up the top of the hill sometime. We'll find it.
And see if the helicopter arrives.
Yeah, well, the only disadvantage of the iPhone one that I've heard is that it only does certain countries. It's not global.
Ah,
So if you happen to be on holiday in the wrong country,
right.
it won't necessarily work.
Yeah, I was
The
speaking.
other thing, of course, is It's got a totally wee aerial. I mean, you look at the aerial on this,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
The aerial on that, or in that, and that's reception. Although they're pretty good when people do compare them for navigation, but I still feel that must be a limiting factor.
Yeah, it certainly does say make sure that the sky is clear or whatever, go to a clear area if you're trying to use it in that mode. But I had it on the bus, for the demonstration one, I had it on the bus, and you could see a little icon where the satellite was,
Right.
so you could kind of direct it towards, through the windscreen as it were, because we were sitting at the front.
That's the other thing, it only looks at one set of satellites as far as I know. Although it does dual band.
Right,
One of the things that satellites do now is they send two signals, different frequencies. And if you detect both of them, you can cancel out things like atmospheric conditions and reflect, boundaries, bouncing off stuff.
yeah.
Right, so it's a very, very powerful thing to do as an improvement. But they only use one satellite, whereas this uses
All the ones that are available for the
all-
drone,
yeah.
probably.
the Chinese as well as the American and the European.
Yeah,
It also does the dual banding, which is supposed to make a big difference. In
Yeah,
a
right.
place like this,
aye.
if you can see the signals, it will remove a lot of the errors that you get, or can get. Yeah.
Yeah, so,
Very good. I mean, really, for a
oh, it's
it's not
excellent.
a phone anymore. It's
Yeah.
a complete beam me up Scotty contraption. It does everything.
Well, we had a Canadian YouTube friend over last week,
Uh-huh.
and he's got the iPhone as well, and he was saying I should make sure that function is switched on, because
Which function?
the emergency one, and it is. I had a
right,
look through the
okay, so
settings.
Not switched on by default.
Well, maybe it was, but it certainly was switched on when I looked.
Right.
I don't remember having to do it.
It's just amazing features involved.
Yeah.
I've got to the stage where mine's is now saying there's an update available, but you don't have enough memory. Clear
yeah.
out something, do something. Think, what can you get rid of? Now, the last time it did that, which was a while ago, I got rid of a few apps and it worked. That was all I needed to do. I need to look again and see what apps I don't need.
Oh, this is a bit where must be further down for the waterfall.
Yes, it is. It's quite close to the beginning.
We'd like to drop down there anyway. It's a little bit steep drop off. Don't know how the signal will be now, folks, because we're getting quite low down. Drainage, that's where it goes.
Yeah. I wonder if they come out when it's raining and do that, because that's the time.
On the way up, I was thinking, I thought maybe it would make it easier to shift the stuff if it's wet rather than
Just
dried
find
in.
out where it's close
Yeah.
and not working.
Aye, true. We're just discussing the drainage of the roads that we've been walking up. They've got cross-channel metal drains so that it doesn't become a complete river if you get a lot of rain. But the liable to get clogged up with stones and mud. So what they have further down are some specially designed shovels, just the right width to fit into the channel. And they have a proper spade handle on. And you're encouraged to help them out by actually clearing a bit of a channel yourself. We haven't done that yet. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, a great idea. Good. And the signal and everything's still good according to Rick.
Yeah,
Brilliant.
impressive. I don't know where the connections come from, unless of course it's the quality of your nice phone.
That's what it is. It's probably using me as an aerial.
Yes.
Yeah. A long way down. Just don't trip over the edge here. Alright, no muffler on the phone anymore because it seems to be nice here. No wind, nice and sheltered. This is fab, an extra thumbs up as well. Brilliant, 7 thumbs up today. Whoosh. Doesn't do to hang about too long or flies start to land on you. Try to be a moving target. Do 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 do. It's a nice subtle glen down there, isn't it? Very difficult to get to, I should think. You'd either fall down that side or fall down this side to get to it. And there's one of the drainage channels I was talking about. Yeah, just do that. Farmers have left occasionally a spade, specially designed, made spade, just the right width to clear those channels to help drain the water from the road. I'm making a video up of this walk. I've taken a whole lot of proper video footage and stills on the way up, including the mountain bothy, which you'll see briefly at the start of this live stream. Mountain hut called a bothy, where we had lunch. That's all my kind of thing. That's a geranium of some kind. And that, I think, is ragged robin, maybe? Yeah, ragged robin. Oh, got an extra light too. Nice. Well, I'll try and walk a bit faster now that the road is smoother and try not to be too bumpy on the videoing. Hello, Scott. Oh, David, you enjoying your breakfast with it? Great. I like doing that myself. Sometimes I look at a channel, Mark's channel. Mark is Y Explorer. That's W-Y-E, the River Y. Y Explorer. And if you look up Y Explorer, is a heck of a nice chap and very relaxing viewing for breakfast time, for example. So I love following Mark's channel, so I recommend it. Why Explorer. He's one of these guys who's very good at talking to people he meets. He empathizes with them very, very easily. It's just something I always admired about him. 10 a.m. There we go, 5 to 3 here. Time for another cup of tea or something when we get down, which won't be very long. The walk today was about 12 kilometres, I think. Yeah, about 12k all in. About 6 up, 6 back. Maybe 13 in total. Long enough. So what will that be in old money? 9 miles or something like that. Long enough. We started at 11:15 and it's now 3 o'clock. We're not down yet. We had numerous stops because I started taking pictures of things. Plus we took little video notes, so I must let you see this. Watch this. Try to do it without falling over. Yay, feast your eyes on that. Nice, isn't it? I'll try and zoom in on it. Gorgeous. Oh, my ears have just popped as well. Yay. Can hear it better now. Isn't that fab? Oh, and another like I've got there. Excellent. This is great. So there's that, and I'll show you a bit more from over here. I think it's another view. Careful not to fall over. This is really nice, isn't it? Lovely. Yeah, I'll bet it's cold. I would not want to swim in that for a second. I love the rustle of leaves. Can you hear it? Oh, back onto the bumpy road. Oh, that was rare. That was great. Make sure I'm zoomed out again so I'm not shaking all over the place. Fabulous. Oh, and another like. Oh my goodness, another thumbs up. 8 thumbs up. Fabulous. Thank you very much, everybody. And for following me on this trip. The trip up I have videoed, and I'll make a proper video of it at some point as soon as I catch up with my backlog. Oh, it's a great river. This is a brilliant river. Look at that. Wow. Grand. Yeah, the weather's been great. Thanks, Scott. Nice. I love those rocks. I love the water-wornness of the rocks, if that's a name. Water-wornness. Yeah, same kind of rocks, same kind of burns or streams. Look at that. Look at the way that's been hollowed out over time. I'd love to see that in full spate. Wouldn't it be something? Wow, Right, zoom out again. There you go. Just about to go out into full sun again. I'd said to people earlier, I thought Not going to be great weather today. It's going to be cloudy, it's going to be bits of rain sometimes and not much sun. So I left my sun hat at home, kind of regretting it now. So I've been wearing this necky on my head, trying to look cool. Trying to look cool and failing badly. But the necky's actually been pretty good to put on the bottom of the phone to muffle the wind noise. But the wind has pretty much died now. It's fabulous. There's more of that geranium, wild geranium. Yeah, wee flies. Once you get down amongst the trees, you start to get more insects. Yeah, lots of things flowering here. Spring flowering. Scoot. Ooh. Yeah, in Scotland we get lots of this. Dry stone dikes, or as we call them, dry stain dikes. Walls made up of just stones laid very carefully together, the right size, to make a wall that will last hundreds of years. And they become covered often with mosses, ferns, liverworts. Liverworts? Yeah, these are dog lichens, these things here. Dog lichens. And their walls like that are great for wildlife. They're a bit like an oak tree is great for wildlife because of all the nooks and crannies in the trunk, plus all the things that eat the leaves and lay their eggs on the leaves. Well, dry stain dikes have that kind of function. There's a spider web on it as well. If I tickle it, maybe I can bring the spider out. And there it is. Oh no, it's not an ant. Nope, it's not coming out. Probably having a siesta after lunch. Oop. It's in the Aberfeldy area, Schiehallion. So it's not that far from Killin, where I walked to the other day. I walked from Lochernhead to Killin on Saturday. So it's a little bit further up than that. If you look at Aberfeldy on the map, you'll see where we are. If you look up the mountain Schiehallion, which is in the title of the live stream, I think, or in the description, we're a little bit south side of Schiehallion. Yeah, I always like to look at things on walks. And that's one of the reasons that I like the low walks instead of the high walks. One reason is that I'm usually pretty knackered doing the high walks, and I can usually just about manage the low ones. But also on the the low ones, you see more. You see this kind of thing. You're not going to see all of that on a high walk. The walls are all too exposed, and you won't have all that moss cover up high. Whereas down here, I was talking about oak trees and oak bark a few minutes ago. Well, yeah, there's an oak tree, you can tell by the leaves. And look at the bark, lots of crevices in it, little dead bits, moss growing on it, and wildlife will be loving that. Birds will be finding insects to pick out from the cracks. Beetles, all kind of things will be living in there. And there we have some more things going on. There's some foxgloves. And if I zoom in on the bottom one, there was a bee just went in there. I think, let's see, is our bee in there? Where's the bee? Come out, you little bee. There it is. Oh, there it is. Where is it? You see it? Yay, we've got the bee. So that's a foxglove. Now, if I wasn't live streaming, I would have my camera set to slow-mo and doing slow motion, which is one of my fads at present. I love looking for insects, dragonflies, damselflies, and doing slow-mos of them. Oops, I forgot where my camera is. There's a close-up of your foxglove. Anything inside it? No. Not just now. And I mentioned earlier that farmers here have created a special tool, and this special tool is over here. You want to see it? Hi. It's had enough. Ah, yeah. Back to the garden for a lie down.
You'll be wanting a cup of tea.
Oh, definitely. That was a chap with his dog we met earlier. Nice dog. Yeah, so there we are. There's the special tool. It's a spade with a blade on it. Sorry, that's there. Which is just right. It's just right for clearing this channel. You can see the stones are gathering in it. So if we had a bit more time, we'd probably do that. And it's there, and we're invited to clear it if we want. Right, am I still zoomed in? It does seem that way. Yeah, that's better. Less bumpy for you. So that's lovely. Thank you for the likes. It's great getting a thumbs up. Nice. If you've just joined in, we're just finishing a walk from within sight of a mountain called Schiehallion in Scotland. On the way up, we walked up to a mountain bothy, and on the way up I did a lot of photography of one kind or another. And we had our lunch at the bothy, mountain bothy, a little mountain hut. One of the smallest I've ever been in, actually. I've only eaten in them, never stayed in one. But this was probably the smallest, called the Phrygian, spelled with a PH to begin with. Very unusual word. I think even in Gaelic it's probably unusual. Phrygian bothy. So nice bothy. There was a notice up above the fireplace about, you'll see it in the video if you have a look at the proper video, something about people misusing it and destroying things, which is deplorable. You think people going up there, if the proper hikers, would appreciate something being maintained for them and not waste it, but that clearly wasn't the case. So now the furniture is so big and clunky that I think it would be impossible for somebody to take to pieces, break and burn in the fireplace. I'm kind of guessing that maybe is what happened, but I may be wrong. Perhaps you will know better if you're a hiker in this area and have used the Phrygian bothy. We are getting very close to home, I think, close to back down. Another one of those drainage channels across the road, nicely cleared. Balcroich. Marvellous. If you're looking in, please give me a like before you go. Bring me up to 10 likes, that would be quite nice. Nice rounding up. And if you like odd live streams from hills or from towns, consider subscribing. Have a look at my stuff first and see how you feel about it. I have a playlist. Whoops, here we go. Out the way. I have a playlist of live streams you can have a look at. Yep. There we go. Welcome. That was tight. Oil, indeed. Yeah, in our club, there's a practice that if we come across any cars coming our way and we need to notify the rest of the group, because it could be up to about 40 people sometimes on occasional walks, big groups. But yeah, somebody shouts oil, and everybody knows to look around to see what the oil is. And oil might be a car, a tractor, a bus. It could just be people on a bike, bicycles. And it means get out the road quick. Yeah, I actually wasn't going that fast. It maybe appeared that on the video, but no, he was okay. Some people don't. Some people go like the clappers and you feel like putting your pole out to the side, give them a good scratch, teach them some manners. But that's us back at the car. I'll just show you where we started off then, and then we'll wind this up and say thank you very much to everybody. Oh, 9 likes, brilliant, brilliant. And that is maybe the quaintest little bus stop you've ever seen. I'll just stand back a bit so you can see it. That is a bus stop. Quite something, isn't it? Plenty of room for sitting in there. I'm beside the bus stop. And yeah, you've got both ways. Stop for the bus both ways. And there we are. Do you want to see the war memorial thing before I call it a day? There you go. Ah, you're very welcome. Rick, that's brilliant. You can read that at your leisure. I'll have that in my video as well, just to show where we started off. And, oh, I haven't looked at this before. I'd like to see this before I close down. It's not a nice thing. Look at that. I love the moss on it as well. And actually the shingles are just bits of wood. It's not tiles up there, bits of wood. That's brilliant. Brilliant. June the 21st, if we come back, we can have afternoon tea. That'll be feel everyone welcome. Okay. Barbecue. A lot of these countryside places are very active socially, aren't they? You have to keep things going. The Burke's Cinema. This is great. I love all this. Missed that one. Sheep shearing. Could have had sheep shearing. Ah, that's great. Oh, that's good. Lots of people that are up to 10 likes. I'm so grateful. Thank you very much for that. And I'm going to say thank you very much for looking in. I loved every minute of that. That was great to have such nice people. Just going to sort my hair, look tidy. How's that? Thanks again, and have a look at the video when it comes out. Look at my channel if you haven't already. Thanks a lot, everybody. Bye, Scott, and Rick, David, and lots of other people over there. Well, a few other people over there. So everybody, thanks very much. Much appreciated. Bye for now. I'm going to have a cake or something and a drink. Cheers. Have a good day, everybody.